Okay, so we had to take a break in the end. What time was it by the time we finished last night?
Oh, it's like 11:15.
No, it was like 11:45.
Oh, yeah.
It had gone... You don't need to leave until gone 11, so
Yeah.
it had gone 11. Basically, we got to episode 5, and then it was really late, so it's like, alright, we'll finish it tomorrow. So, we're back for the final episode. Can you remember what's been going on? Or were you too drunk?
No, I remember.
Okay.
I remember. Ron, you clever boy.
Yeah. That's a completely different Doctor. You're getting them mixed up again, Ray.
Hey, timey-wimey.
It's always timey-wimey. Oh, so we'll have to go into episode selection. Part 6.
Doctor, are you alright?
No.
Get it off, get it off!
Doctor, I'm sure if you let go, the prop will just fall and you'll be fine, so...
Touch these two strands together. And the Dalek who knew the future pointed out a child to you and told you that that child would grow up totally evil. To be a ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of
This is a
lives.
very famous Tom Baker scene.
We're talking about the Daleks.
Would you kill Hitler as a child? Basically.
That's, yeah, that is the metaphor they're going for.
Do I have the right
Instead of Hitler, it's Davros.
simply touch one wire against the other?
Well,
And
yeah,
that's it.
pretty much.
The
Pretty
Daleks
much.
cease to exist. Hundreds of millions of people, thousands of generations can live
Harry,
without
grab his
fear,
hand and just make him
in
touch
peace,
it.
and never even know the word Dalek. Wipe out a whole intelligent life form. Then I become like them.
No, you don't.
I've been no better than the Daleks.
No, you won't.
The elite scientists
Yeah,
and
so it's a very...
both will be taken.
I think that's the scene that makes people love this story.
Any further development of the Daleks.
No, we obviously know what you would do. I don't know what I would do. Because,
More grateful than I can tell you.
like, it's like he said, there's races that have become allies and stopped fighting each other to fight the Daleks.
But the Daleks have caused so much pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Think
but
about it.
it's-
How many people would die anyway?
Well, by this point they haven't caused as much as we know. So remember, by this point none of the Time Wars happened, none of
Everybody is here.
that has happened.
So after this, when will we next see Davros?
Next Doctor. I think. No! There's another Davros story with this Doctor. But we'll see him when we go over to the 7th Doctor, but that'll be set.
I'd like to see...
I love how she's handing everything back. It's not... We can't just take the time ring and the sonic screwdriver. The Doctor must leave with everything he owned. What were you going to say, sorry?
I want to know how old each Doctor was before they regenerated. In terms of that Doctor.
Oh, yeah, but we never know because chances are there's stories set between stories that we don't see.
Big red button.
It's always a big red button.
If Tom Baker pressed it now, would he disappear from that time?
Well, I don't know, because he's a Time Lord, and the Time Lords kind of sent him to do this, so they're probably keeping an eye on it, and they'd sort of snatch him out of it. And do you get what I mean?
It reminds me of Amy and Rory jumping off that building
What he has not made clear is
with the angels and
Uh,
Manhunter.
Yeah, Amy and Rory aren't kind of...
he can destroy the
At that point, the Time Lords weren't around, so to sort of regulate time and
Yeah.
shit.
survive if it deserves.
It's classic Who versus modern Who.
That they do good things and
Try not to think of modern Who as much as you can when watching these, because none of that has even been thought of by this point.
you've got to find that time ring.
Oh, wasn't it there? Or has she found it? Oh, okay. We've got to find that time ring. I found it already. Okay, we don't have to find that time ring. Don't worry about it.
See, if the Daleks killed both Sarah and Harry in this episode, I think the Doctor will have no hesitation.
Most probably. It is very emotional as well, yeah. Emotions do come into it a lot. Because he thought they were dead for a period, didn't he? So if he hadn't have found them again...
So the Ninth Doctor, is that the only time when they began to fly?
No.
No?
No. One, they started flying in the Seventh Doctor. We will get to that. Not too long. It'll be in a while, but it won't be too long. Soonish.
I'd like to see one day the Daleks turning against Davros.
That would be interesting, yeah. I mean, they don't. I mean, in the modern days, they don't really. Like, think of with Donna, with the Dr. Donna, where he was kind of locked away in the cellar to do his mad experiments, whilst the Daleks sort of ruled and were in charge.
Well, then let's try something else. That tape recording you took, where is it?
See, even if the Doctor did put the wires together, he wouldn't kill all the Daleks. He'd just sort of set them back a bit, because those 3 Daleks have already been made.
Yeah.
So from them, you're bound to be able to make more.
Why didn't he just kill Davros?
Only Davros knows the combination.
I know the Doctor wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
He's telling the truth.
but Harry could.
Yeah.
On the contrary.
Be more interesting if Sarah had to do it.
But then we get the whole, like, Sarah recognising him in the future, don't we?
Never goes anywhere without you, Lila. So you must open the safe for him. Open it for us.
That's wheelchairist, you know. What is it? Disablest?
Ableist, I think.
Ableist? I don't
Now
know.
let's destroy it.
Shotgun on the floor.
How about this?
How very apt. A Dalek gun.
Shit, a brick.
Stop it, you started the gun.
Oh, no.
Harry's face, for fuck's sake.
I expect this from Sarah, not from you, Doctor.
See, now he's using it that way.
Doctor,
Maybe he doesn't know which way he's meant to hold it.
Yeah.
what's it going on so long?
As long as you kind of point it in the right
Yeah.
direction, it works.
At least I have a spy.
No.
I really hope the Doctor
I'd
uses
like-
the gun to kill the other
The Daleks.
Daleks, yeah. That's 4 of them?
Hey, is there? I swear it was. Oh,
Only 3.
yeah. Hang on, we'll see if we see a wide. Or maybe we won't see a wide shot, fine. Or will we? Well, are all the people behind them with Davros then, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, why aren't they doing anything?
Where's the gun? Was he done with... Oh,
I think you put it on the table. It's literally just there on the floor. No one else has picked it up.
go there and then, just go.
Yeah, true. Just, I suppose they want to make sure their new friends kind of get outside of the
Take
base.
your new friend with you.
Yeah, true. And then just pop them back in the TARDIS after, if you have to.
Would that be considered a paradox?
Yeah,
Running him from his time.
that's we don't know what he does to that planet, do we?
No. Get out.
The Daleks will assume all military duties necessary for the security.
Are there bodies left over in
No,
nowadays?
no, they
Or did they
turned
turn to
I
dust?
think,
Yeah. I was going to say, well, at least over time the Daleks learn how to clean up after themselves.
Well, I was read this thing about Buffy, the Vampire Slayer,
Yeah,
and they went for the decision that if you stake a vampire,
it turns to dust.
purely because they didn't want bodies lying around in the shop.
Yeah, no, I think I read that as well. That's something we'd have to try at some point.
Maybe.
So I attempted you with it a while ago. Oh, you had to go and make sure he got his coat back.
And the hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't forget that though.
Do it.
Oh. But,
We're still inside.
It'll regenerate, it's fine.
That's your answer to everything. If you were a Time Lord, you'd have run out of lives ages ago.
Daleks moving up that corridor, then I
It would have been
detonate.
fun though.
Yeah, for a week.
Throw a shoe.
A Dalek.
Throw it.
Stupid Dalek. Oh, yeah. The Daleks made of metal and it ran over the wires connecting
Yeah.
them.
Getting a picture of one of these scanners.
There's two of them there.
Two there, one following the Doctor.
That's it. I can't wait any
I
longer.
think there's two following the Doctor, I'm not too sure.
Oh,
Rest of your no-
Well, there's three of them there now.
yeah.
So maybe one earlier one was following
Yeah.
the Doctor.
Ordered immediately. You heard my order. Obey.
So they do turn against Davros.
It's a couple of stories in the future which revolve around it.
Yes! Finally! I hated that guy.
I think he was written for you to hate him. That was kind of his point to the story.
Kill him.
I am your creator. You will not destroy me.
Where have I heard that before? So many times.
Huh?
Well, there's two Daleks there.
Yeah. I don't know.
So there's five altogether.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. With a boom. Earlier when you mentioned about what if the Daleks turned against
Yeah.
Davros, I gave the camera like a type of look. It's like we know better. You ain't got anyone to clear the rubble out of the way now, you dozy prick. Well, he's obviously not dead, but I completely forgot that somehow happened.
I thought we were gonna fucking end it there. I was like, what?
That would have actually been a good place to end it.
No, we wouldn't.
Oh, well, you want to see the whole time ring and stuff.
You don't seem too disappointed. Failed.
The power of friendship.
No, not really. You see,
Ring around the rose.
Yeah.
that although the Daleks will create havoc and destruction for millions of years, I know that out of their being must come something good.
It's better than some of the things we've seen.
Not sure how I feel about the ending.
What, just that last...
Yeah.
That's what I said, they should have ended it with the Dalek. Because we know the Doctor's got the time ring and we know that he'd get out anyway.
Mm.
We didn't necessarily have to see him say goodbye.
Yeah.
It would have been better if it had ended on that Dalek. It would have been more suspense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I almost stood up, like,
Well, that was Genesis of the Daleks. 6 parts. Took us like a day and a half, but we got there in the end. Your thoughts?
very good story.
Yeah?
I think I might actually get into Classic Who now.
It's... Maybe this was the episode we should have started you on ages ago, way back in the day.
Perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah. And it is considered, from a lot of people, Doctor Who #1 story ever, as the sticker on the DVD actually says. So, rating.
In comparison to...
I mean, I can't remember what we rated the last ones.
Didn't you have a piece of paper? Or was it? No.
That was Power Rangers.
In terms of the previous stories, so the Ark,
So you said
the old New Earth.
New Earth. That's
Yeah.
a modern
No.
Robot, Ark in Space, Sontaran,
Sontaran, that's it.
and then we've had Daleks.
Better than Sontaran.
Yeah.
I would say probably just a bit better than the Ark. But out of all the stories, this one's the best one I've seen.
Seen so far.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's the next story?
Number 4 rating. Number
I give it a 7.
7.
Mm.
Yeah. I can't remember if you gave Ark higher than that, but okay. Well, take the rating from the Ark in Space and add 1 to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. So if Ark in Space was a 7, this is an 8. If
Yeah.
Ark in Space was an 8, this is a 9.
Mm.
And I don't think you've rated anything a 9 yet, so
No.
we're not at that point.
So,
Next,
what's the story after this one?
Cybermen.
Okay.
It is
How many stories long?
4.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's a basics. We're at Revenge, and this one I haven't seen.
You haven't seen?
I've only seen the first part.
Ah.
Way back in secondary school because it was being shown on TV.
Ah, so this will be good for both of us.
This will be a reaction for both of us, yeah. That's why I bought this one, because, and that's why I kind of chose Series 12, because I thought, oh, that's the only one I need to get, and
You have a lot more of that Tom
Yeah.
Baker stories.
yeah, and they kind of all link into, so now the time ring will take them back to the space station, but I wonder who is there. We'll see, yeah.
So, in terms of Tom Baker's timeline,
Yeah.
till when he regenerates, how far are we in now?
So they've all connected, so we're probably only a couple of days after his regeneration.
Well, think about
Say,
it.
say,
we are.
say maybe he's about a week old, this regeneration. But I think after this series it starts becoming more TARDIS travel, so you start to lose track.
Hmm.
Because there could be any time of gap
Ah.
in between stories. Whereas with this series they're all connected in that one to another, to another, to another, to another.
I think I prefer it that way.
That's
Each
how,
episode
yeah,
connected in
it's how
some
they
way.
used to do it a lot back in the original, the black and white Doctor Who days, and they do it again with another Tom. Well, I don't know if it's that connected, but they do have a series with an overarching story. But yeah, that Genesis of the Daleks, the best one he's seen so far. I honestly enjoyed it more than I can remember enjoying it in the past.
Okay.
So I think maybe because I'm a bit older, I can appreciate it a bit more.
And
When
maybe you're watching with someone else.
That as well, but it's like when I was in secondary school, I can remember finding it dragged on a bit and it was a bit boring.
Right.
But watching it back now, I actually think it was pretty decently paced.
Yeah.
And I think just because like you don't necessarily understand all the themes that's going on back when you're younger, and just as your mind gets used to different. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more than I did. Definitely. I don't know what I'd rate it. I don't know if I've been rating these, but it's held up better than it did when I watched it when I was younger. So join us next time for Revenge of the Cybermen. And it'll be the last Tom Baker story we're doing for a while, because I wanna try him with different doctors. So we're gonna watch a few we have watched a few Tom Bakers, and next we're gonna go on to Sylvester McCoy, who's my favourite classic Doctor. So we'll see you then.